Libra, hey, what is going on? Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to the channel. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at our energy for January 2024. Whoop, whoop. New year, new vibes. I love the potential that comes through anytime we enter a new year. It's such a beautiful time. You know, last night there was some fireworks going off, and just it always brings a little tear to my eye because it's like really connecting with how much we've overcome, the beauty, the sacrament of honoring our life, our path, etc. And then the new year just really inspires new beginnings, new opportunity, new potential. So I hope you're feeling those vibes just as much as I am. We are going to start out with an energy cleansing, clearing. Grab a smudge bundle if you have one on hand. You can always receive the cleansing from my end, obviously. And then if it's not your vibe, you can totally skip ahead. All right. I bless you with pure love, pure light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. Ooh, excuse me. I release anything that does not serve us, anything that comes to block the messages for our highest and best. Make me an open channel. Bless those around us, our new beginnings. Give us wisdom and grace as we navigate. Yay to the new year, right? So, you know, I like the energy thus far of what I'm seeing astrologically. Mercury goes direct January 2nd. So that's so nice. We get that out of the way. We get a little bit of reprieve. You probably are already feeling some of this energy. That's that excitement of new potential coming forward. Okay, so opening up your heart. So, you know, last year was a little bit rough. We went through a lot of different things. Lots of planets were in retrograde at the same time, which doesn't normally happen, and it has that tendency to dig things up. Like I said, Mercury is going to give us some reprieve at the beginning of the month. Uranus is going direct at the end of the month. And then we have a few month period where nothing is in retrograde. So I kind of look at it as the opportunity to reset or really kind of dive into, plug into what you're working on right now, what you're building, growing, manifesting, trying to bring into your life. We have a new moon, January 11th in Capricorn. It's a great time to set those intentions of where you want to put your energy and your work, your intention, right? So the things that we do, like Capricorn is that energy of making it happen. It rules our career, our achievements, what we kind of bring to the outside world. So those places in our lives that we would want to see certain things manifest, start thinking about that, especially during the beginning of this month. We don't really have a lot going on astrologically. There's some residual stuff for sure, but the end of the month, by the end of the month, we have our full moon in Leo. It's a great energy to kind of showcase to the world what you've been working on, letting your light shine, so to speak, being on front and center stage. Yay. All right, Libra. With that being said, let's get into it. So let's see what your overarching energy is for the month of January. Okay, so someone else. So third party situation, it doesn't have to be for everybody, but you know, this is a lot about someone trying to insert themselves in a situation that you're involved in. It's someone who's putting a wedge into things. Whether that is a romantic third party for you, you'll know because it's going to confirm whatever suspicions you're already having. This is someone who wanted to kind of dictate and control a situation that you were involved in. So, and I feel like they didn't necessarily make you look so good, is what I'm hearing. A lot of this was surrounding communication, lack of communication, assumptions, etc. with that Mercury retrograde energy. So be really conscious and mindful of how that comes across for you. What were you assuming? What did you not say or communicate? Or, you know, I feel like some of this stuff is going to come out, right? Here we go with that communication energy. So there will be a conversation around this month. I feel like it's preparing yourself is what I keep hearing. Kind of knowing what your perspective, your opinion was about this situation, about this person, about what was happening. Because I feel like you already kind of have a sense around this. Yeah, exactly. This energy has been coming up a lot lately, especially because we are just leaving Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde has that tendency to bring up old relationships, people we've known, people we have some issues with, etc. So this definitely makes a lot of sense. Maybe it didn't get worked out for you, Libra, in Mercury retrograde, but I feel like more information is coming to head. Here's the thing though, Spirit is really encouraging you to be cautious around this situation. This might even be playing out in multiple situations for you. We'll see how the energy comes through when it comes to our daily life, business, finances, our community, etc. As we move forward. But for now, what I'm really hearing for you is you have to be really walk consciously. So trying to remain, you're the energy of balance, right? It's the scales. It's having diplomacy in all that you do, seeing that higher perspective. So that Spirit's basically saying, keep in alignment with that. It's going to really help you navigate whatever this situation is. Sorry, I moved around my table trying to create more room, and my old spots are not working for me anymore, unfortunately. Okay, so what else am I hearing around this? Yeah, I think here's the thing. It's like you don't have to do a lot of work to find out this information. This is basically Spirit saying that the more you can just observe and let the situation play out, the better off you're going to be. Because it's gonna give you more clarity. I think you'll see through people, places, and things that need to be vetted a little bit more consciously. And you're also going to feel really empowered if you do. Instead of, trying to engage, improve your point is what I'm trying to get across. You don't have to convince anyone is what I hear. And the less that you try to do that, the better it's going to play out for you. Okay. So I can focus on what I do want in relationships. So when it comes to your career and business, maybe you're having, I hear like there's some things that you're going after that you want, whether it is a raise or you want to grow in your position, etc. There's been a lot of reshuffling with this Tower coming out front and center. And here's the thing, I think it's hard when things fall apart in our world. At the same time, it's an opportunity to see what is available, to see the options, the opportunities that are present. And Spirit really wants you to look at this, to tune into what your heart is saying for you. There might be something that you're walking away from, that you're leaving behind. There is this Page of Cups energy. So maybe you've been investing time, energy into something that's, it's not really going to pay off, or it's not your complete vision or where you want to be. And so I feel like you're reassessing. I feel like you have to kind of reassess and make a decision. And this is a decision about like what honors you. sometimes, again, it can be scary, especially when it comes to our business and career. If we lose a job or we don't get that promotion, we don't get that raise, we feel like we're living paycheck to paycheck. All those things can be really unsettling. Spirit's also saying that, like, you have something available for you that is an opportunity, that is something that is more heart-honoring, heart-inspiring. And I feel like you have to be not afraid to go after it. This reshuffling that's happening for you this month is, it's an opportunity to actually take a step in that direction. You might have someone, you know, talking shit about you at your job. Maybe it's not exactly, you're not, I don't know. I feel like there is like some third party involvement in this. In like someone who's just unhappy, or they're complaining all the time. There's always something wrong. They nitpick, they micromanage is what I hear. And I feel like you've been doing your best to work with this energy, but I think you're also very aware of it at the same time. So Spirit's saying, like, even if the situation plays out in a way that you're not expecting or you don't really want, it's a blessing in disguise. You know, allow things to fall apart. Be really conscious and mindful of each step that you take, especially with this caution energy. I feel like some of the people that you're dealing with, their motivations aren't clear. I feel like they might be saying one thing to you to placate, to not make you think too hard or look too deep into a situation. And so, like I said, as this unfolds, just kind of say, okay, well, you know, maybe this is just how it's meant to be. My every thought is attracting its vibrational essence. So here's like your career, your finances, how this affects your finances. It's gonna be it's gonna force you to heal that part of lack mentality that kind of rules you into thinking, believing that if you miss out on an opportunity, if you lose an opportunity, you're not gonna be financially stable. Remember that vibe that when we let something go, it opens the door for something new to come in. And Spirit's saying that there's a lot of healing happening for you this month, especially in regard to your finances. So even where you see a little bit of breakdown in your career, in your business, it's actually going to help you move forward. Release these blocks is what I'm seeing with this Eight of Air. It's places that we self-sabotage, we restrict or limit ourselves. Spirit is forcing you to heal this part. There's always abundance. Anywhere we are, we can always manifest something. We forget about that, right? And really it is about that concept of believing that we can receive, that we are supported. Anywhere we look in nature, it's always supported. And so are we as human beings, as individuals. So flipping the mindset around that, knowing that you can have what you want, not letting your emotions get the best of you. I'm also hearing not clinging too much onto what other people think about you. It's interesting with this King of Cups and the seaweed. Seaweed is a very salty mineral. Salt draws toxins, properties out. So I feel like this is actually Spirit's gift to you in an inadvertent way. Again, sometimes what doesn't seem like that right off the bat is actually, you know, hindsight's 2020. Okay, so we have King and Queen of Cups coming out right next to each other. You know, so to me, I'm hearing that like new opportunity comes in, right? So just as you walk away from something, just as you're leaving it behind, there's this new option, and it feels like it's a better fit for you. It's coming in as King and Queen of Cups. And the nice thing about that emotional energy when it is in relation to our finances is it means that we do have that nurture, we do have that support. It is in alignment. We're making money in the way that like we're passionate about what we're doing, which is like so inspiring, Libra. I think that's a fabulous energy to bring in, excuse me. Our source is one of love, not condemnation. So when it comes to home, family, environment, we really have to be mindful about letting other people, places, and things be who they are. Judgment, shame, belief systems, those are heavily embedded in our family dynamics, and sometimes can be really challenging, really difficult to overcome. We have a lot of expectations when it comes to family, those closest to us, how we want them to act, how we want them to behave, etc. And I feel like just Spirit's asking you to have more of a balanced perspective around this month. Maybe not all is as it seems. Let's try to believe in the best in others. Fear, anxiety, doubt, control, those can all be very tricky vibrations. They can make us think something is true when it is not. There is Pisces in Neptune right now, and we have some more tense aspects with Neptune throughout this month, which basically just talks about we can let the deceit, the lies, the illusion get the best of us, especially if it's like messing with our story. So we have the King of Fire coming out for you in family dynamics. Maybe you're dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or maybe this is just someone who's, you know, kind of pushy, demanding, likes the control, even can be a little bit manipulative at the same time. Yeah, definitely with this Seven of Swords energy. So this really confirms that overarching energy in regards to that third party situation. Maybe you have someone talking poorly about you to your family. Maybe there's gossip going on within your family. This is like someone trying to force their agenda is what I hear. And I feel like obviously that says more about them, more about the person. And so that's where it's like Spirit saying, don't try to prove your point. Take a step back, listen, be forgiving, be understanding for the people that you need to be, because it's time to like let go of this toxic energy. It's time to just move on. We're in a new year. You know, family is here for our whole life, whether we like it or not. We're always going to have that bond. We're always going to have that connection. So, and I think it is really a true test of our evolution, of our karma, to be able to overcome different challenges that arise in family dynamics. It's really hard, right? Especially when we're dealing with toxic family members. But maybe overcoming those dynamics means setting better boundaries, having a little more autonomy, having more confidence and security in yourself, and knowing who you're dealing with and not disempowering yourself in that relationship. The essence of my every desire can be fulfilled. So when it comes to our health and wellness, let's really try to give ourselves the honor and the support that we need. I think we can be the version of ourselves that we want to be. I'm also hearing Spirit's just saying, do it. Make it happen, right? Easier said than done, because I feel like these are more lifestyle changes. And honestly, I don't even feel like you have a lot to be doing in this regard, Libra. It's more about just making it happen, implementing on the day-to-day, working on your daily routine, where you're putting your time and energy into. Being that diplomatic Libra self, the Queen of Swords. She is awesome about, it's not getting emotionally attached to things. And I think when it comes to health and wellness, we definitely can do that, especially when we feel like, lazy, we don't want to do something, we know we should, but it's really hard, we know we shouldn't eat that, but we know we do. And again, not in a way to limit or restrict yourself. Have balance, be easy in the way that you approach your well-being this month, but also be really empowered. Yeah, I love that confirmation with the Chariot, Queen of Swords energy. It's like, again, you have a foundation set, you know what to do. The more you invest into your health and wellness, the stronger you're going to be. I think that there's going to be a lot of improvement as you move through this month. Yeah, totally. Confirmation with the Empress, which is ruled by Libra as well. So we have these dynamics of the more you step into your power, the more beautiful you become. And that the root of that, the foundation of that, is when we take care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul. Because you're moving into a space where I think you're gonna need that energy. Because a lot, like I said, is unfolding for you. And how the energy's been coming through for January is not final test, but we're getting tested by Spirit, especially surrounding things that we want, we're calling in, we're actively manifesting right now. And Spirit really wants us to, or wants to make sure that we are ready for that thing. And the more we support ourselves in our health, in our wellness, our daily routine, etc., the stronger we're gonna be. The Empress is abundant. She can call in anything at any time. She knows how to make her abundance grow and multiply. And that's the beauty of her spirit. So it's like stepping into that power. Like I said, you already know the foundation is set. Now rise above and do the work. My powerful thoughts join a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. So when it comes to community, those that you are connecting with on a day-to-day basis, those who feed and support your energy, remember that you are attracting. It is a mirroring vibration. It's time to reconnect with the soul tribe is what I'm hearing. I feel like you're going to have new people coming in this month, especially as you move towards the end of this month. I feel like there is still a little bit of cutting out that you have to do, especially as it relates to the past. So these are people in your environment. I don't know. It's not labeling them as bad or good or right or wrong. It's not doing that, period. Period, Deborah. It's about making room for the new, because I feel like there are some connections coming in for you. You have a lot of water energy with these connections, confirming how emotionally supportive they are for you, Libra. And I think you got to put yourself out there a little bit more. 2244. Spirit is going to protect you on this journey and deliver this community to you. Just having faith in the process. And I feel like this is about attending to your own vibration, right? So I love cinnamon because it's incredibly sweet. It's comforting. It's nourishing. It enlivens that sweetness within ourselves. And to me, it's like being that best version, right? Just like we saw with our health and wellness. The better we feel, the more we're going to attract things that are authentically what we want, right? Not more drama, not more gossip or low vibey people. This is really a time for you to step into that empowerment, that community, what you want to see within your life. Should I stay or should I leave? Okay, so the constant questioning, the constant back and forth is a block for you this month. There needs to be a more grounded approach to how you are assessing situations in your environment. King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, that's been popping up for us a lot lately. The King and Queen of Pentacles are, for me, like long-term partnership, people that we really want to settle down with, or we see ourselves with for a long period of time. I feel like you're a little unclear around this. It doesn't have to just be romantic. This can touch into your career, into your community, the people that you're around. There's this wavering back and forth, Libra, that's really just not serving you right now. So this is talking about opening up your heart, that first message that we saw, not being afraid. It's challenging when we're coming from toxic or trauma in relationships to not want to self-protect, shut ourselves down. Often we start like hunching over in our physical body when we do that, because the front is our future. It's what we're bringing in. And when we want to self-protect, you know, we add extra layers to the midsection, or we hunch our shoulders. We can feel the weight of what is in the past. And Spirit's saying, like, it's time to let it go. I was hearing that message actually before I even started this video, like, leave 2023 and previous years in the past. This is going to help you in your manifesting energy. The blocks, the obstacles are those lingering things. And when we're constantly questioning, should I stay, should I go, is this going to be better next time around, etc., that's really, you know, to me, I feel like the best way to kind of figure those things out is writing down a pros and cons list, is seeing how things make you feel. Is this a vibration that makes me feel good and supported and inspired and moving towards something more beautiful, or is it weighing me down, right? The devil. Yeah, so there is, the devil's in the details. It's something about, it's an obsession is what I'm hearing for some of you, whether it's mental, whether it's a habit or pattern that you've gotten really used to having in your life. It's what kind of brings you back to the past. I find this is often rooted in like potentials. Well, what ifs? It could, you know, if it's not that thing right now, it's probably not going to be. Not saying that in a Debbie Downer sort of way, but we also have to have a practical way to assess certain situations and people. The Six of Pentacles is asking us to be a little bit more grounded in how we're seeing the world around us, right? We can analyze everything to the T, but we also have to look at, and how it shows up on paper is one thing, but we also have to look at how it plays out in real life. What did they say? How did they treat me? Was this something that felt good, or did it make me feel small and limited? And those things become the insight, the window into how that dynamic is really working for or against you in your life. So I really like this energy for you, Libra. I think that there's momentum. I didn't talk about this, but we do see that with the Mars energy this month. It's really positively aspected throughout the whole month to various planets, and it's helping push the energy forward, gaining that momentum. It's not a time to slough off or you know, to give up. We still got to be chipping away, and it feels like as you do that, the insight that you gain, the clarity, seeing people, understanding the dynamic of things that wasn't clear before, it's really going to help empower you for the next steps forward. All right, I hope this helped. Drop comments below. I love to know how these readings resonate. Thank you so much for your time and energy always. I appreciate you and you know, giving to the channel. It really blesses my heart. I love doing this. I hope you have a fabulous month. I'll see you later.